the theme of spaciousness, which we started last week. If you weren't there, that is fine. We are going to continue on this, so it will make sense anyway on its own. What we'll do is what we usually do, centering and then some movement, small gentle movement if you want to, and then we'll go into restorative shape for guided meditation. I'm going to play the Gayatri Mantra again today because it fits with the, because one, it's really good. And two, it fits with the theme of spaciousness, because the Gayatri Mantra, I'll do a quick reminder, is all about asking the Divine Mother, the Earth, basically, to expel any darkness or any discomfort, any pain, anything that doesn't serve us anymore, that exists in our hearts, in our body, in our minds, in our spirit, and instead replace it with pure divine light. That's what the Gayatri Mantra is about. So I'll play that for a bit at some point. Do you know that the volume might change between my voice and this? I'll try to put it not as loud as last time, because someone told me that it was really loud. But just be aware of that. I'll try to manage that as best as I can. So if you want to find your first shape of the practice, you can be seated, you can be lying down, you can walk, wheel around. For this first shape, it's all about finding support and a space where you can actually start to explore the idea of spaciousness. So as much as possible, find some alignment between your head, your neck, the spine, the root of the spine. And maybe if you like, you can expand a little. So maybe bring your arms wide, your legs wide, or it could be just bringing extra space in your heart center. Only if that sounds good to you. During this practice, I'm only the guide, but you are the boss. You are the expert of your own body-mind. So interact with my words in a way that feels the most appropriate, accessible to you. That may also mean that I become background noise and you're just having a nap. This is great. I love doing that in my own practice as well. So you have full permission to do this. And then we're going to start with the eyes open. That's okay. And just having a look around your space. And noticing any colors, any texture, any patterns, but without judgment or thinking, oh no, that dirty pile of laundry over there, that needs doing. No, no, no. We are aiming to bring some curiosity. I'm not even going to say compassion at this point. We're just noticing without adding to the to-do list, without adding any sense of, I should be doing this, I should be like this, my space should be like this. No, your space is as it is now. So what is it that you may notice? Around. Is there objects that you particularly love? Is there any other beings that you particularly love? Just looking at Ruby right now, she's having I think a fourth nap of the day or something like that. Noticing my plants, trying not to think that, oh, maybe they need watering. No, just noticing the colors, the shape of the foliage. Just a little exercise in curiosity and noticing our space, because then we're going to focus on our internal space. And then when you've done that, you may close your eyes, or you may find a soft gaze and starting to go inwards. And to start, maybe noticing the support of the chair, the bed, the floor, wherever you are, the points of contact of the body against it. How's it feel? What is the quality of that support? And can you start to melt a little bit more into that support? Starting to relax, knowing that if you relax the muscles, that your bones are still here to provide some steadiness and some, steadiness. That's the word. I invite you to notice as well any other sensations, maybe the contact of your clothes against your skin, the air against your skin, the temperature in your space, any sound, any smell. Anything that your body is picking up. And again, aiming to practice this with curiosity so that we may acknowledge what is happening around us without reacting or even responding. And what I'm asking there is the practice of equanimity, balance, and in my experience, that is one of the hardest practice. So again, not judging yourself if your mind wanders or you start to add any judgment or anything. That is okay. That is what our brain is always doing. It's trying to keep us safe. So it's doing its job. And our job with our body and our breaths and this practice is to tell our brain we are safe, we are okay, we are good now. When you're ready, we're gonna add a few gentle movements, starting with the head and neck. So with a inhale, bringing your chin towards your chest. And then moving from side to side. Just rolling the neck very gently. Maybe noticing if there's any sounds when you do this movement. Any sensations that appears in that part of the body or elsewhere. You can also do these movements up and down, so bringing the chin back up and then down. And at this point, I really trust you with the pace, the amplitude of the movement, which can be to stay in stillness, by the way. You do not have to bring any movement if you feel like, no, I'm going to stay put, going to focus on body sensations and bringing my mind back to my body. We just add in movement because sometimes, one, it may feel good. Stretch a little, just to move a little. And also, it also sometimes helps with bringing back the mind to the body, to what we're feeling, to how we experiencing things. But that's very personal. And so that's what we're here to explore, whether this is working for me today, this is not working for me today. And then you may want to bring the shoulders into the mix. So a few shoulder rolls, big yawn. You can do 2 shoulders at a time or 1 shoulders at a time, 1 shoulder at a time. One way and the other, so back and forth. You may also bring your hands and arms into the mix, as I see Jess is doing. So you could do like a big stretch to start with. And then doing a few circles with the hands. That feels good. Noticing if it feels better to inhale and raise the arms or exhale. Again, that's an exploration. I'm not going to tell you. I know what I feel, but we're here to also discover how we feel. So I went into a twist. So you're welcome to join me. If you like to do a twist, by the way, you bring one hand to the opposite knee, and then you start to bring the upper body towards the side, back towards your hand. And don't go too far because for some of you, this is morning, so this may be the first time that you're practicing asana. If it's the afternoon, maybe you've already had some practice, but still, let's do gentle, gentle. Not a performance, yeah. And I'm gonna rock back and forth, but again, you're welcome to do any movement that you feel like. I'm just going with my intuition right now, so. And then I see some people doing some version of cat and cow. Sounds really good. Let's do a different version. Oh, someone come in. And then let's do this for another few moments, maybe a minute. Feel free to come back to stillness whenever you want. I feel like I need to move a little bit more today, so I'm sorry, the mute. Hi, Laura, welcome.
Hi.
So feel free to find any movement that feels good to you right now, bringing some space in the spine and in the body. Got a few more moments of this, and then we'll go into meditation, restorative. So when you feel complete, find your own version of Shavasana or any other restorative pose that feels good to you right now. If for Shavasana, you may be lying down or seated. Just to note that if you still want to move, that is great. Continue moving. That may just be to walk or wheel around, or just some gentle movement with the hands or something like this, if that brings you more comfort and ease. If you're lying down, you may lie on your back, on the side, any side, on the belly as well. If you're seated, maybe find as much support for your spine and your head as best as possible, maybe by bringing some pillows, bolsters, roll blankets, things like that. Options to elevate the feet and the legs as well, including seated. That may bring some level of comfort to the root of your spine and your legs. You can also bring a roll blanket or small bolsters underneath your knees. If you're lying down, you may want to bring some support for your hands and your arms and your head. And you can also cover yourself with a blanket if for some reason you are cold in this very hot summer day. But just taking some time to find that shape. It's part of the practice, not taking too much time, not taking too much space, there's nothing like that. Giving ourselves that time, that support of the props is very much part of the practice, and I would even argue that it's the most important one. Give ourselves some care is really essential. And I appreciate that's not always easy, or it doesn't come naturally. But do know here, there is no judgment. I actually love seeing you all bringing all your props and starting to find some ease. So take that time. And again, come back to feeling the support of your bed, the props, the seat, your chair. Maybe saying a little thank you to the bed, the chair, for giving you that support. And starting to let go. There's nothing else to do. There's no more effort. You don't even have to listen to me. You can go and snore happily into the sunset. That is all good. So maybe noticing where there is some tension, some discomfort, or even some pain in the body. And aiming to do our best to soften. Maybe some emotions is rising up. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely normal. So you can notice, name it, and move on. If you're not in a space right now to explore, and I invite you to put your attention onto your heart center, your rib cage, your lungs, all this area. And so what do you start to notice? For me, I know I notice it's a bit tense. I notice my breath. So let's spend some moments on our breath. Noticing the movement it creates in your body, in your heart center. Does it expand? Does it rise as you inhale? Does it soften and fall as you exhale? And with each inhale and exhale, can you find a little bit more space in that area? Maybe that may mean to move a little, so that literally, by opening maybe the collarbones a bit more, the arms a bit wider, that your breath may move more with more ease, that we are literally giving it more space. So that we are expanding. So that we are growing. And in that space, what is it that you want more of? Could literally be breath, more breath. That breath as an offering from the earth, coming in to nurture you, coming in to support you. Could be more space for love, for yourself, for others, for the earth. Could be more space for fun, for compassion, for pleasure. Continue to focus on this, on each inhale, each exhale. Know how it feels to expand, to find space, spaciousness within yourself. As the Gayatri Mantra says, so that our pure divine light illuminate all realms, physical, mental, and spiritual, of our being. And so that with each exhale, we expel the darkness from our hearts and bestow upon us the true knowledge. So I'm going to play this for a little while. You may continue to focus on your breath, on the sounds, on the sensations that arise as you're listening to this sacred mantra. Or you may stay in stillness or in movement and focus on anything that supports you right now.
स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
So noticing how the mantra blends in your body, noticing your breath, sensations. And to do so, I'll be quiet for a few moments. Bringing your attention to heart center, and you may place your hand on top of each other or in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. So fingertips and heels of the hands touching, thumbs against the heart. Oh, Divine Mother, may your pure divine light illuminate all realms, physical, mental, and spiritual, of our being. Please expel any darkness from our hearts and bestow upon us the true knowledge. And as we focus our attention to our hearts, let's have a moment of gratitude for ourselves, acknowledging the effort that it takes to show up, not just for practice, but for in every day, with all the stuff that's happening Gratitude for this community, the wisdom, the laughter, the support. Gratitude for the land, the earth, for holding us and nurturing us, and all the indigenous stewards of this land who keep on protecting it as best as they can, and all those fighting for access to their sovereign land. Gratitude for these sacred practices of yoga indigenous to South Asia, and our teachers, teachers, and all practitioners who have protected these practices so that we can still benefit and study them today. You may wish to dedicate the merit of this practice to someone or a being or a group of beings, a cause, a land, so that we can send them some loving kindness and support. And to seal this intention, I'll offer a blessing of metta, of loving kindness, and you may join or listen. May all beings everywhere and with no limits, including ourselves, be happy, be well, be at ease. May all beings be safe and free from harm and suffering. May all beings be free and liberated. You may bring back some gentle movement into the body, maybe just having a big stretch, opening the eyes, looking around your space, taking your time to do so, just coming back gently and coming back gently to one another. With full knowledge that anything that you take from this practice, you may come back to it at any time. It is always there for you to access. So thank you for your practice. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.